Hey guys, welcome to this video. I hope you enjoy this little mini session that I did with my friends and my community and just diving deep into what compassion and hope really mean for us. So I hope you learned something and that you enjoy. Just kind of arriving where we're at and knowing that we're perfect where we are, how we are, and just breathing and taking a deep breath in. And as you breathe in, you can, you take a big inhale and then hold it up at the top as long as you can. 3 to 4 seconds would be good. Just kind of holding any tension in your body. And then after 3 or 4 seconds, you can release. And I'm going to go through it with you a couple of times. I know it's kind of sometimes hard, or I know getting started, sometimes I have to go through it. So just breathing in, 2, 3, 4, and then release. And just letting all that air out, all that energy, anything that doesn't serve us, and entering a space of non-judgment and compassion and love. And in this moment, arriving 100% to that love that surrounds us, but more importantly, that love that lives right within us, because we're perfect just as we are. Arriving in this moment, and if we haven't 100% yet, letting ourselves arrive and just breathing. Returning to your natural breath, or still breathing deep. Just ask yourself, what do you need to show yourself love right now? I want you to repeat after me as we end, or if you want, or just repeat silently in your head. I have arrived. I have arrived. I have arrived. Just letting any thoughts come and pass us, and just noticing our stillness. And you can open your eyes whenever you're ready, and just be grateful for this moment as we start, and just say thank you to ourselves, for being here and for showing up and for showing ourselves love and compassion, because to me, this is where it starts. So whenever you are ready, you can wiggle your fingers and just gently float your eyes open. And you've arrived. So, any tools that I might share are for you guys to share, or to use on your own journey at any time. These are things that are really helping me, and that's kind of what I want to share with you today, is that the reason why I want to talk about this with you guys too is because, first of all, I love you all. And second is, I'm learning all these things, and it really helps me to learn it in different ways. And this for me is so special and powerful, to gather with people that are like-minded and just know how powerful this is. And just really been appreciative of that as I've been creating and thinking about this. So I wrote this quote. It says, "Step into your power, my love. The right time is always now." So We're gonna dive deep with Brittany, with Viti, with Alexis, with Beth, with everyone here on compassion, because we all need it, right? So communicate. Okay, compassion. This is where I wanted to start. And this is like, for me, I started reading this book. I didn't start reading it. I started listening to it. It just kind of came up on my YouTube. You know how sometimes things like that happen. But it was perfect. And it's called The Art of Communicating. So I want to read my notes on that, of what I've learned, because I feel that it's been so helpful for me and like really transformed what I even thought compassion was. So compassion is to understand suffering. When we begin to understand our own suffering, we can then understand the suffering of others. When we do this, it gives rise to compassion, and from there, love can be born. If we think of compassion as to like understand other people's suffering, I'm going to start with the next one. So when I give myself this compassion, when I'm able to understand my own suffering, I'm able to understand the suffering of others better, and I can forgive and I can let go. And when I forgive for whatever is causing me to suffer, I can grow. So definitely been also needing lots of compassion myself, and just like you all said, I'm right there with you. And so some things that I wanted to share with you is if compassion is learning about our suffering, then the key here, or something that we should practice, is to learn to listen to our suffering. And here is where the energy of compassion will rise, because we'll begin to understand ourselves. So I'm gonna just read to you my notes. There are just a couple pages, but it was just really powerful for me, so I'll let you listen. It says, when the energy of compassion is born, we suffer less. Then our communication will be to understand versus to prove ourselves or make ourselves feel better. We will have the intention to always listen and help, because we have taken the time to learn about and nurture our own suffering. The only way to end our suffering is to listen to it. We create our own suffering. When you see the suffering that is inside of you more clearly, you can see the suffering of others. What you are creating in yourself and the other person. Tell me about your difficulties. Ask yourself this. Loving yourself is the basis for compassion. We shouldn't be sure that we understand people enough. We should begin to ask ourselves, do I understand myself enough? My suffering and its roots. Help me to communicate from a space of compassion, to want to understand versus proving myself right or making myself feel better. I want to understand myself better so that I can help others to come and understand their truth and come back to that again and again. Hope ties it all together for me, and hope can mean so many different things. At the beginning of the year, did this exercise with Rupi. She's a poet, and she did this workshop where I invite you to do it if you'd like. You can do the 12 words or just one. So she had us write a word on the paper, and and then journal about it. And, you know, it was like an hour. And then at the end, she told us to fold them up and then choose one each month. So the one that I chose this month was hope. And that's why, I don't know, when I came out, it was just so perfect how everything tied together. And that's what I want to share with you and read to you last. So yeah, just gonna end with that, and then we'll be ready for you in any of your questions or reflections or insights or love or whatever. It is all welcome. And let's just kind of tune into hope a little bit and listen to these words and see, you know, what is hope for you? For me, hope is trusting that it will all be okay. Hope is necessary. Hope is in my heart. Hope is trusting myself to handle what is next. Hope is staying in the present moment. Hope is looking to the future. Hope is trusting. Hope is letting go. Hope is desire. Hope is within. Hope is in the breath, the divine, the light, the love that surrounds me, and the love that is within me. Say hello to everybody. How are you all? I'm gonna unmute you all if you want to talk. Thank you for being here. I'm so happy that you're here and that you're watching. If you connect with me, find me on Instagram at all.things.car with a K, right here. So, and then my website is lovesurroundsme.com, which you can always connect with me on either of these. Yeah, and send me a message. Let me know what you think. Leave a comment. Look around. I'm so happy you are here and that we're building this community together. So, yes, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And love yourself. Don't forget, you have the power. The right time is always now.